that came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, huh? They act like they made us, huh? You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, huh? When it's not savers, you be liking my flavor, huh? I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out,
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks.
That's it, baby. We got to work. Now, 56. 180. Hey, we're good. 180. 56 to 637.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
56. Lie down. Keep it up. 6 guys. Check 6.
On second and a couple. Carr. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
50. 180. 93. Let's 93. Let's go. You tighten it. Hey, Wahoo. 56. Check 56. Let's go, team.
Now on first down, Drake again. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now, 185. 56. Right here.
On second down, it's Drake. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
Down. 280. 56, right there. 56. Man out.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Down. 180. Check. Walk 54. Let's go, baby. Turn up. Get that ball. Express.
On 1st and goal, Drake. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
the former Washington Husky. Here's Myles Gaskin. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. First and goal.
Out. Watch out.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be second and goal.
What now? 180? Mike 54. You're Mike. Hey, check 24.
Now Carr. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. Third and goal. They'll try and pound it into Drake. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now, what are we going to see on fourth?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 46-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Shift! Watch the shift! 36, 36! Check! 12.
Here's Carson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Wilson's pass complete to Van Ness, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Go. Move. Hey, alert. Check, 93. Good tight.
They run it with Carson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
You got it.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Down. 180. Check 56. And let's get that home. Alert 2. Alert 3.
From the gun, it's Carr. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
Check. 1, 9.
47-yard line.
Man left. 3 down.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Out to his left. He's got the tight end, Van Ness. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, he'll find Metcalf. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his sixth touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Carr going to throw. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On first down, Drake. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the 39, Carr, it's complete to Drake. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? Shotgun now for Carr. And that will be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Artie Burns, former first-rounder, there to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Carr now on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Here's Carr. And it's caught by Parker. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. They've done so with that first run.
Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now it's Carson. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
From the 40 now on second down. Wilson. It's caught. Block it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line.
14, got it.
It's a pickup of 5. Brings up second down.
That's it. Big hit.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
Like 52 right here. 52. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
It's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On first down, Carson trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Kyle Van Noy in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the curl. 55.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Myers' kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Safarian Jenkins has it. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin first down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Carr now on first down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. Stills the intended target. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed and they're showing him things different than what he expected for the second?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Hey, we're good, we're good. You ready?
They'll start the drive with Drake. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It was Jaron Reed who got him down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 1st down, Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Carr. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And the Dolphins 1st down.
Carr now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. L.J. Collier in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Carr completes it. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing now is Carr. And he finds Stills, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Carr. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Let it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. This is Carson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Rashad Penny, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll run with Drake. Now Drake loses the football, and the Seahawks have recovered. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They run again with Carson. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, a give to Penny. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is.
What now? 180? 6, right there, 56. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get it.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. It's complete. Stills. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now a draw play with Drake. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
2nd and 5 now. Carr, and he hits Drake. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
Carr going to go on 4th down. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now, the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Line of scrimmage back at their own 3 now as they come up 2nd and long. Now Rashad Penny. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. 18-yard line.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
So the victory here for Seattle. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.